Okay, so
Yeah, I heard there was
you're
something.
pro pedophilia then.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Yeah, sure.
Is like your fans are like pedophiles who want to like argue about the age of consent with you all the time. Like this is what
Don't you
you've
like Nick
traded it all
Fuentes?
in.
Aren't you
You've
a fan
traded
of...
it all in for this.
I'm really confused because I thought that you were a fan of Nick Fuentes.
I'm a friend of Nick Fuentes.
Is it the pedophilia one?
Yes.
Are you going to tell me you're arguing in favor of it?
Uh, it depends how you define it. A lot of people say it's raping kids. I don't believe that. I'm not pro that shit. That's kind of
So,
cringe.
so you're... Wait. Help me understand then your position here. Like, are you actually like pro pedophilia, or is this like a brain exercise?
It is both. It's kind of to try to get people's cognitive dissonance out.
Okay, so
Yeah, I heard there was
you're
something.
pro pedophilia then.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead. Give me your argument, because I can think of a
Okay.
million reasons why it's bad.
Okay, it's kind of like the incest argument. So I would start off by defining it like something like just being attracted to kids, basically. And a lot of people think that pedophiles should just be fucked up because of it, and I don't really see the reason why.
Well, I agree with... Well, okay. If someone is a pedophile and they've never harmed a child, then I think that they should get help, like see a therapist or something. I don't think that they should be like shamed out of existence or something. I think that it should be recognized as an illness and they should seek help.
Just kind of, be accepted in society and not really get fucked as much as they are now.
I mean, I like if they're hurting kids, they shouldn't be. They should go to jail.
Do you think they can hang around kids if they're not hurting them?
I don't know. I think that would be that seems a little bit unsafe. I'm just not sure where the argument is in favor of pedophilia. Hit me up with it.
It's anything I've made so far, actually. It's just like there's not really any reason to not do it. It's kind of like the incest argument. But yeah,
that's not true. There is a reason not to do it. Is no matter
why?
Because an adult with a child is always an unhealthy and coercive power dynamic.
Sure, then don't have sex with children, right?
Right.
So
are you talking about being like a non-offending pedophile?
Yeah, like just being attracted to them.
Oh, so you're talking about just being attracted to kids, but then not actually like recognizing that it's wrong and not doing anything?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I would tell you to seek therapy. Yeah.
Okay. I think we mostly agree. You seem pretty reasonable on it. I thought you would be angry.
No, I mean, there are some people in my chat that are saying like line him against the wall and shit. But
yeah, people do that.
I just think that there's I would just talk to a therapist about it.
Okay. I very much respect your opinion because I don't know. I know people who are struggling with that, and if they were ever to say it to anyone, they would actually just get killed in real life. So I'm probably a very strong advocate on being like, hey, make sure they can seek help and don't just fuck them over in society as much as we do right now.
Yeah, I mean, if your argument is seriously just that, like, if someone is a non-offending pedophile, then I would probably agree with you that, yeah, like, they need to be able to talk to a therapist about that and get help with that. I agree with that.
A few moments later.
Are you my biggest hater or are you my biggest fan, dude? What are you doing in my Discord again?
Well, so I saw you were doing a Q&A live, and I tuned in, and you're having a conversation about the age of consent. So I was like, well, I gotta call in. I gotta call in.
Are you gonna argue in abolishing the age of consent?
No, I don't. I don't agree with that at all. Actually, I think I just more or less want to point out how you started sucking Vosh's dick, and now this is what your life turns into. Is like your fans are like pedophiles who want to like argue about the age of consent with you all the time. Like this is what you've
like
traded it all in.
Aren't you?
You traded it all in for this.
I'm really confused because I thought that you were a fan of Nick Fuentes.
I'm a friend of Nick Fuentes.
He's literally advocated to get rid of the age of consent, if I'm not mistaken. He said that it's traditional for older men to be with younger girls.
How young? What are we talking?
All right, we're going to pull up the clip.
What did he say? What did he say?
I'm going to pull it up.
I just really wanted to come in here and say it's really funny now that your life is nothing more than I've got to debate the age of consent.
Maybe we as
I need to talk about the age of consent now.
Wait, I'm not. I wasn't debating it. I was like, that person came on to debate me on it.
Yeah, that's your fans. That's your fan base now. Your fan base.
I don't know if that
like,
guy's my fan.
Basically,
First
what
of all,
I'm saying is, if you watch Hunter Avalon, you're a pedophile. That's what I'm saying. If you watch Hunter Avalon, you're a pedophile.
well, you were watching me.
Oh wow! No, I watched like 5 seconds, dude.
All right, you ready for the clips? Here you go.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's see it.
Here's a Twitter little thread for you. Okay.
Oh, you're sending it to? Oh my god! All right, I gotta fucking. Yeah, I've
Unload
seen his show. I mean, I've seen his show.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play it now.
Maybe we as a society need to rethink
God, every
what
fucking
constitutes moral sexuality. Because we live in a society where age of consent law is the gospel. Age of consent law, if you violate that, crucify the man. Female teachers are having sex with middle school boys all the time. Nobody cares about that. But it's a large age gap between an older man and a younger girl. God forbid. But homosexuality and trans and in between and this and that, no, but that's all perfectly okay. I think society that we live in has to rethink a little bit what they believe is moral and immoral sexuality. Large age gap, 17.
Yeah, so there he is right there talking about the age of consent. He goes on then to say that hold on.
You know, even if it were true, I would say
He goes on to say, well,
I don't
just
know
say
if
it.
that's
Just say it.
crime.
I don't
Hold on,
care. I'm not watching the clip.
That's great. I want to see what he's going to say here before I say it. Hold on.
I don't know if I'm ready to say, run this guy out of town.
Just hold on a minute, please. I'm trying to watch this. Hold on.
It's more offensive to me that Matt
Stop.
Gaetz is in favor of weed legalization and
Baby,
gay
can you
adoption
change my diaper,
than it is that
Pearson?
he was involved in a relationship with a large age gap. It's more offensive to me that there are open.
Where does he talk about the
TikTok pill, they'll
God damn it. Where does he say it? Hold on.
homosexual. To me that you've got trannies, 18-year age of consent, that is very modern, and it is very much a traditional and
There you go.
age gap. Large age gap is traditional, and 18-year age of consent, that is very modern, and it is very much a feminist.
Yeah, age of consent, very modern. Age gaps are traditional, and it's very much a feminist thing, talking about the age of consent. So that's your boy right there, Nick Fuentes. So I don't need to hear you.
So what? And so what?
So I don't need to hear you come in here and
so what though? Like, so what? Like, what does that mean?
Because it's
what does that mean?
I'm explaining. It's funny because it shows what kind of a fucking hypocrite you are. Because you come on here and say that my fans are pedophiles because one guy came on here to argue with me about pedophilia. And
Yeah, there's a difference.
meanwhile,
between,
you're
like,
friends with the guy who talks about getting rid of the age of consent or lowering it or who cares. The age gaps are all traditional. Give me a fucking break, dude. That's why. That's why I'm bringing it up, because it's funny to me.
You know what's funny to me is the fact that your boy Vosh
See, he
is literally
pivots.
arguing the same thing.
See how he
literally
pivots?
the same thing.
See how he can't
You
acknowledge the
pivoted.
actual...
You pivoted. You pivoted first. I'm doing the same shit you did, dude. Where I was
Notice how he
talking about
can't
a fan
answer?
and no. Listen to this, because I was talking about a fan that you just had on your show, and then you pivoted to fucking Nick Fuentes. It's the same
No,
shit, dude.
it wasn't a
It's
pivot.
the
It was
same
a
shit.
it wasn't a pivot. It was me
I'm
pointing out how
pivoting to
funny it
You're
was.
pivoting to Nick Fuentes. Like, what do you want to do? You want to fucking dick sling in a contest about who's talked about the fucking age of consent? I don't care. I could care less. I just think it's really funny that this is your fan base now, and this is what you were stuck
It
to
wasn't my
doing
fan,
for
though.
the rest of your life. Yeah, it was. He seemed very friendly with you, and he was tuning in. He was wanting to argue about the age of consent. And again, this is kind of like your new crowd. This is your new crowd.
Then why was like 9.99999% of my chat all advocating to kill him, literally.
So your chat's advocating for murder now? I better get the FBI on that. That's
What?
fucked up. It sounds like you're like stringing up some like violent extremist.
Some
fan
of these.
base, Hunter.
Wait, I thought that I was
that's fucked up.
riling up a bunch of pedos.
Apparently, a bunch of violent, murderous pedophiles. That's like the worst group.
I know, we're almost as bad as the alt-right. All right, buddy. Hey, I'll see
No,
you later,
you're
man.
worse. No, you
Yeah.
won't. You're a fucking retard.
I'm not going to waste my time talking to someone who's so
Why?
bad faith.
I'm much more interesting than anybody else you have in that waiting room. I
Because
promise.
you're nothing. Well, nothing you're saying right now is substantive. Like we've already covered
you're
virtually
gay, and
everything.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
like, why
I'm
can't we
gay. You
just-
hate
why
me.
can't we
Blah
just
blah blah
do
blah.
this? Why
Because
can't we just duke it out verbally?
because I don't want to
mean-
sit here arguing with you like I'm in an Xbox waiting room all day long when I have like people that might actually want to have a fucking conversation. That's why.
What do you want to have what do you have? Let's have a conversation.
You're the one that came on. You were the one that wanted to point out that it was funny that someone came on my show talking about the age of consent when you're friends with the guy saying the age of consent laws are feminist propaganda or whatever.
No, I'm saying this is your life, like, dude. Like, this is what you're gonna be stuck doing for the rest of your days.
Dude, this is my life right now. That is pretty depressing. Talking to this loser.
Yeah,
God.
it
Ugh.
is. This is your life, Hunter.
This
I'm the best.
sucks.
I'm your peak. That's the worst part about it, Hunter. I'm your peak. I'm the only one that knows how to draw good content out of your like amorphous Play-Doh face looking corpse. Like,
You know what? I will admit that I do find our conversations really entertaining. I do.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm telling you, we need to start a podcast once a
No,
month.
but it's
Me
just
and
it's
you,
because it's so
we
easy
just
for me to
sit
talk to
down.
you. Like you realize when you come on here being like this bumbling drunk idiot, like I always look good. There's no way for me to look bad in this
Drunk.
conversation.
I'm not drunk.
No. Like I'm saying like you sound like a bumbling drunk moron.
No, it's called charisma, dude. You're not used to charisma. You're
No,
used
that's
to
not
someone having a
charisma. You're jumping all around
personality.
calling me a retard or whatever. Like I always
No,
look good
I'm
in this
sticking
conversation.
to the point. I'm sticking to the point of calling you a retard. Like,
All I have to do is stay a
am
little
on
calmer and I
point.
win this debate
I am a single
instantly.
issue voter, and that is you're fucking retarded. Okay, I don't bounce around all over the place because at the end of the day, it's all about one thing, and it's that you're a ugly dude. Like you're an ugly person on the inside and out. Like you look so
You
hideous.
could tell he just
got-
ran out
I mean,
and stuff. He's like, "You're an ugly."
You got really
dude.
fat. You got really fat. Like your face is like bloated. It's really funny. Like you should look
I'm
at
not
like
gonna-
pictures from
I
yourself
just-
from
I
like
don't
2
usually-
years ago. Get a haircut. Please get a haircut. Your haircut sucks so fucking
I do actually
bad.
kind of need a haircut. You know what? I will. You know what? I'll take the L right here and right now. I'll concede that one. I do need a haircut.
It's always bad. It's been bad for like 2 years though.
Nah,
That's the
dude, my
thing.
hair
Like, you
usually
need a
looks
new-
great. All
you
right, you're the
need-
one that
no,
has
it
the fucking.
doesn't. You need a new hairstyle.
Come on, no.
dude.
You're the one walking
You
around
need
with the.
a new hairstyle.
Okay, buddy.
High
You're the
and
one.
tight. Get you a
You're
high
the one
and
walking
tight,
around
dude.
with
It would
the.
look so
No.
much
You're
better.
the Paul Bunyan looking head ass. Okay, with the big ass burly
Paul
beard.
Bunyan? Who
Yes.
even, what? Paul
Yes.
Bunyan? Like, is that an insult? Paul Bunyan's a fucking badass.
Dude, you're the one who's fucking LARPing
It's like,
around here with your
what
big
you-
ass fucking
you-
cigar
Bro,
and your
you
stupid
look
little
like Arnold
beard.
Schwarzenegger, dude. You look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro. Fucking get on. Like, no, Paul Bunyan looks badass.
All right. Yo, appreciate
Yeah,
the
you
combo.
suck at insults. You suck at insults.
That's
you
'cause
suck
you-
at analogies.
you know what?
You suck at arguing.
Usually
you
I
suck
do
at
try to
being like
stick
a
to
human
arguing the
being.
facts, so I'm not usually. I will admit that is something that I will concede again. I'm not as used to arguing with like people that have the like
You're not used to
intelligence
arguing
levels
in
of like
general because you're
no. It's
terrible
just
at
it's
it.
hard arguing with someone who's like sounds like a literal like chimpanzee. Like, it's challenging to argue with someone who sounds like they I don't know like, or maybe
That's
you're the
pure
missing link.
Sigma energy.
Maybe you're
right
like
there.
that's Sigma energy.
Yeah, that's Sigma.
All right. He was giving me a headache. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you get notified when I drop a new video.